about general liability and how they would be classified for their general liability policy. What they all have in common, because they're all very different and would need different insurance, but what they all have in common is property coverage. So property coverage could be anything from your contents inside your office, your tables, your desks, your chairs, your computers, to your contracting tools. Now your tools are kept in, usually, right Neil, you're going to keep them in your truck. Your car insurance isn't going to cover those tools if your vehicle is stolen or broken into. So that's going to fall on your general liability BOP policy. So that coincides also if you actually own the structure of a building. So if you're a landlord and you rent out to other tenants. So in front of you, I've provided some key points for us to talk about for the do's and don'ts of looking at your property coverage on a policy. And this is going to be standard across the market. We start with our basic form of loss. So this is going to be what causes the claim to occur. So a basic form is going to be your very small minimum amount of coverage. It needs to be listed on the policy in order for there to be coverage. Your standard forms are going to be lightning, fire. Flood is never covered on a property policy unless it's physically endorsed or insured separately. Theft is not included on a basic form of coverage. From there, we move up to the broad form. Now, the broad form includes everything from basic, and it adds a couple extras. You'll see here it starts to include burglar. Now, that doesn't mean theft. Burglar means if it's vandalized, someone breaks in and damages your door. That is not stolen, but it's damaged. So theft is also not included on your broad form. From there, we have the most comprehensive type of coverage, and that's going to be special form. The way special form works is if it's not listed on the policy as an exclusion, it's included. That's where our agency always insures. We try to get special form for any type of client, no matter what type of operation you're doing. So this is going to be included with theft unless there's a specific exclusion. On the back here, we're going to start going into more of how your coverage is going to be determined. So that's your valuation. The valuation